Hi, I'm Judith Tahuya. One of the first things that I do when I have new students or clients is to tell them about grounding, clearing and protecting. And you might think, well, what on earth would they want to know about that for? But every time we walk out our front door, or even when we have people in our own home, we're coming in contact with other people, their energy. When we get on the train to go to work in the mornings and the train's packed with different people and their energy, we can end up by arriving at work being really cranky, and even though we might have left home feeling okay. Why do you think that is? That's the fact that we have come in contact with so many other people's negative energy, whatever's going on there. We have just allowed ourselves to actually absorb all of that into our own space. You might have a really hard day at work, you might be in a meeting that's really stressful, you might be really stressed worrying about home situations and work. These are just 3 simple techniques that can make such a difference to how you live your life. And the first one is clearing. And when you think about it, if you've had a really bad day and you just think, oh heck, I really don't want to have to deal with somebody who's so negative, just think about it. Just think about this. When you think that you have actually allowed other people's energy into your space, a really quick way of doing something about that is clearing it. So I want you to think about when a dog shakes itself after it's been in the water or had a bath or doesn't particularly want to have as much water in its hair. They shake themselves. So think about that. It's a really simple thing to do. So you think about clearing your energy. So what you do is you take your hands and you just slice it through yourself like you're just brushing everything off, and then just shake your hands and get rid of it. Number 1, pretty easy, isn't it? The other thing is that if you've had a day when it really has been stressful and you've been dealing with kids that might be yelling, or you've been working with public and you think, oh heck, a really good thing is to be able to get outside and stomp around on the ground. That's another way of actually breaking up energy, but I want you to just think you need to get yourself grounded, you need to get yourself balanced. And an easy way of doing that is just imagine that you are standing there and that you're just grounding yourself into the Mother Earth, and you can do that really quickly by just closing your eyes and visualizing yourself as a tree. And just thinking, I'm taking my energy down through the top of my head. Just imagine that it's going down your spine, down your legs, out the bottom of your feet and into Mother Earth, and just feel yourselves anchoring there. And if you can do that, it's almost like your energy just all comes back in quietly. That's number 2. And the other one is protecting our space from outside influences. And in doing that, it's like, we call it the golden rose protection, if you want to call it that. But it's just for a moment, just being aware, and you can just close your eyes and visualize that you are totally surrounded by a beautiful golden rose. Or the other, and that you're just fitting snugly into the center of it, and that its petals are gently just closing over you, protecting you for the day. The other way of doing it is just imagining that you could actually draw this energy in through the top of your head, and imagine this beautiful golden energy just flowing down your body, out through your feet, and creating a beautiful space around you. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Because that's how you would like to be all day. It's just so easy, So when you're brushing your teeth in the morning, all you really honestly need to do is just visualise yourself sitting in the centre of that rose and the petals closing over you. If you have a space in the day where things are not going well, and I have been told by some of my students of days that they've had that have been shockers. So what they end up by doing is going into the toilets at work and just doing this little procedure, just imagining that they're clearing off the energy, grounding themselves into Mother Earth, and then putting the protection around them, doing some deep breaths, just helps. And they say they go back to work, back into their office. They're not allowing others to get at them. They're not being affected by it.